Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Noon Show. I'm your host, Leah Chester.
Whoa. I don't think so.
I was hoping this wouldn't happen.
Okay, so this has been cute. And you know what? I appreciate you for keeping my seat warm. But I'm back as the rightful host of The Noon Show. So you can step aside and let me do my thing.
Excuse you, but this is my show now, and to be frank, I've done a much better job anyway, so you can move along.
Ooh. Well, first off, who's Frank and why do we want to be like him? Second, I am owed this show. Alright? Owed 5 episodes.
Actually, if you read the fine print, it clearly states, in the event of a global pandemic, contract will be voided. Cancelled.
Alright, well, you know what? It doesn't matter because I'm going to do my monologue anyways.
Incorrect. I'm going to do the monologue.
Well, you can do whatever you want, but I'm going to go over here.
Okay, and I'm going to do mine over here.
Fine.
Fine.
Anyways, so the last time I did a news show monologue, it was pre-COVID, and there have been a lot of changes since then. Social distancing has been a thing, and it mandates that we keep at least 6 feet apart from each other, which means short guys everywhere are now triggered again because of their own insecurities surrounding that particular measurement.
Aw, don't worry, Short Kings. As a representative of the female community, I can say we actually don't care about height. I've dated a guy who was 5'11" before, so there's always hope for you. Which reminds me, even with all the changes we've had to endure, it's important that we still find the hidden blessings. For example, electronic dating has been the wave during all of this, which means now I can skip out on unwanted dates by just hitting decline on the FaceTime call.
On the topic of major letdowns, St. John's has announced that this year's commencement will now be held remotely.
Aww.
So now that all the seniors that shopped online during class, they can keep doing what they were doing, which H&M in one tab and graduation in another.
Hey, do you think they'll have a cap and gown filter too so that we don't have to pay for the real ones? That'll really make up for the 10 grand I had to spend on all those textbooks I bought just for an access code. At least the senior portraits were free.
Oh, how nice of them to finally not charge us for something. You know what? I wasn't even able to make it for that one since I had to take a year-long vacation in the Carolinas.
Aww.
Oh, and just in case you were wondering, yes, there were more Confederate flags flying than properly worn masks.
Not to worry, Dariel. All that is going to change now that Trump is gone. This administration needs to prove that racism and ignorance can no longer be tolerated in this country. And it would be super helpful if Joe can get me Kamala's number so that we can speak to her.
Yo, by the way, did y'all see the CARES Act getting signed? You know, if you look closely, you'll see Kamala Harris gently holding Joe Biden's hand to sign it like he's a Muppet.
The Biden-Harris duo is really off to a great start. Not only did they get us our stimmies, but they also set the White House record for most pictures taken while walking. Seriously? Every picture is of them walking? Where are they going?
You know, probably to get something that proves he's sensitive and ethnic so that he can connect to the people. I'd personally recommend Coquis from Puerto Rico, Flan from Mexico, or Leah from Guyana.
Bold of you to assume I'm not from here, Dariel, just like all the other weird men who have had the confidence to speak to me. Imagine their disappointment when they find out I'm Queens, New York, born and bred. Super exotic.
A disappointment in Queens, New York? Sounds like the noon show not featuring yours truly, Dariel Tolentino.
Oh.
Last I checked, your name was removed from all promotional material.
Oh.
But if you're going to insist on sticking around, then I guess we're just going to have to compromise.
Compromise? Well, why am I going to want to do that?
You get to stay here and tell your jokes while standing next to a pretty girl for once in your life.
You know what? I guess I can work with that. But, for the record, I already live with the prettiest girl in the world, and that's my abuela.
Aww.
We have a great show for you guys today. We will be interviewing a very special guest, followed by a performance by the very talented Hugo. Stick around and enjoy.
Woo!
after that exhilarating waste of a journey through the entirety of Midtown Manhattan, I am just thrilled to be sitting down again.
Okay, but that was fun and all, but don't get it twisted, all right? The noon show crown is still mine. I deserve it.
No, I do. Without me, we wouldn't have these beautiful flats, which is all thanks to my dad and uncles and our family friend, who spent the last 2 weeks building them in my uncle's backyard.
And I propped them up in the studio.
Okay, and?
I'm just saying, your pops is mad cool. Thank you, Mr. Chester. But you yourself didn't do anything.
Yes, I did.
All right, bet. So if I gave you a hammer right now, would you hold it upside down?
This entire set was my vision brought to life. All of it, right down to your stupid little plant.
Phil.
What?
Phil. My plant's name is Phil. Like chlorophyll.
That's dumb.
All right, well, it was supposed to be a cactus, and instead he's made of plastic. So,
Yeah, whatever. Can you just introduce the guest?
fine. I got this. Originally from Cleveland, Ohio, he has paved the way for himself in television and film industries, acting in major productions such as Disney Stargirl and All American on the CW. Joining us all the way from Los Angeles, California, Troy Brookins.
All the way from LA, Troy is here. Hey, Troy.
Hey, what's up? Thanks for having me today.
Of course, it's so nice to hear from you again.
Yes, always a pleasure.
Yeah, so you have a lot going on. You've worked with a lot of recognizable studios like CW, CBS, Disney, Amazon, HBO. You're a very busy man.
Yes.
So what is it like working in those types of environments?
Honestly, it's still surreal to me that I'm in these type of environments that I'm in and been able to have the opportunity to work on those different platforms. So it's all an experience, but at the same time, these were like my childhood dreams of like just, watching these types of movies and seeing these types of things that go on. And now I'm actually a part of it. So it's kind of unrealistic, just it's surreal.
Yeah, that's awesome. Are there any noticeable differences between all of them, all the different studios?
There are, like, I don't know if anybody remembers, I might be showing my age here, but there was a cartoon show called The Animaniacs where they would hang around this Warner Brothers WB sign in Warner Brothers, and they were these little black and white, I don't know, animals, Muppets, or whatever.
Yeah.
And Warner Brothers, when I actually started to film there, they actually have that tower. It's like a water tower pretty much that sits in the middle of Warner Brothers. And it's amazing that I actually got to see that. So, when you're at Warner Brothers, that emblem is there representing their studios. And then you have Disney Studios, which of course have the Walt Disney platform there. But I think one of my favorite is Warner Brothers, just because of my childhood stories and most of the things that I found out that are filmed there. It excites me to be on the same studio as those great movies.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's like your dreams literally came true when you were a kid.
Yes.
And also, we're talking about these great, TV studios and stuff. They've been in the game a long time, but we also know that, football itself is just essentially born for TV. You're a football guy yourself. You know how much that is. So what is it, in your opinion, what do you think makes football so great for television?
In the aspect of like, as far as it being on TV, or the actual sport of football?
Yeah, both, I guess.
Both? Okay. So for me, when I did play football, it was exciting because, again, this was something that I dreamed of as a child, just to play football and to live out those dreams as a kid. We always have those types of things that we think of. But as I grew up, I didn't know that there was business behind all of it as well. So football became it was very fun. It was something that I long lived, and then to convert over from the actual reality of football and then to put it on TV, it's a completely different story. We have to actually practice a lot more football than the normal football because all of this stuff has to be planned ahead of time, and we have to make sure that everybody is all together in unison. But it also still makes it exciting because we all come together collaboratively to bring this to TV.
Yeah, and outside of acting, you're also an actual pro athlete. Would you say that your background in sports gives you an upper hand in a lot of the roles that you try out for?
Yes, most definitely. In a lot of ways, though, not only just because it taught me how to play the sport, but football is also a mindset. You know, you grow to develop these types of character traits. Of course, like becoming a teammate, it's something that you learn, you know, playing football. You become a leader, you become also a brother to many people. So it helps you in a lot of different ways, not only just the fact that I have an athletic talent. There's other things that come along with that that's taught me along the way.
Yeah, and in a lot of the roles that you've played with football in All American, the Quad, Euphoria, you do a lot of football roles, but are there any roles outside of sports that you would love to play, like a dream role?
Um, I don't know just yet, actually. A lot of my roles are athletic just because of my background.
Yeah.
But I do have a couple movies that we're working on that shows a different range of my ability to be on the screen and actually have a character outside of football or basketball or any type of sport, you know. And those movies are getting ready to be filmed this year that we're starting to work on. So if I had one role that I would absolutely love to play outside of an athletic role, it would be like a mentor for a group of children who probably was like misguided or something, you know, just like a neighborhood hero, pretty much.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yes.
And with those, type of roles as well, where you mentioned like having somebody as, a mentor and stuff, that's definitely something that we definitely see a lot in All American. Because, All American touches on topics like that, issues that happen in like low income communities, issues that, trying to build yourself a better life. So how important do you think it is to you that you have a platform like All American to share those issues, to the world?
I think it's very important, given the circumstances that we're in today. We're going through a lot, and we're also now seeing how different the world is and what we're up against. And the people on All American have became like my family. I don't have any family out here in Los Angeles, so Daniel, which you see right now on the screen, Tay Diggs, great guy, mentor, big brother to me. These guys have became like family, and they all stand for the same things. We all want to, give back to the community, and we want to mentor and help people along the way, because there are good people out here, and, people unfortunately go through things, but there's a way that you can make a change in everyday life. So we try to instill that in others that we come across.
That's incredible, and your story to me is so inspiring because personally myself, acting is something that I've always wanted to get into, and it's a bit of a tough industry. So I really admire you for, you quite literally paved your own path. Would you have any advice for people that do want to get into that industry?
What's crazy, you bring this up. I'm a firm believer in God. Like I believe that, everything is already written, and the more good-hearted people end up winning in the end. But I just started a company called A Move to LA, which actually helps people to get into what they would like to as far as acting goes. The people that have those questions, what do I do first, or how do I take a headshot, or what photographer I should reach out to, or how do I build my reel, and all these other questions that come up about acting. And you don't have to live in LA. A Move to LA kind of just describes what I went through because I moved here and I experienced things that, I mean, LA is a place of good and bad people. So you might run into the wrong people trying to do what you want to do, or you have the passion to do it. And those people can sometimes suck it out of you. But again, you want to try to stay around the good people and try to find those people. So I'm here to help during that process of people, wanting to get into acting.
No, that's brilliant, honestly. That's an amazing service that you guys are providing. Especially now, during this whole like pandemic, time, this very weird time, a lot of people, have a hard time finding direction within all the chaos. So, just in your experience, like how different has it been with, the quarantine and the COVID and, with all the new restrictions in place, someone in your place and your spot, how does that change for you?
Honestly, mentally, it bothered me for a little while, in general. And I think I could say the same for us all. It was very challenging when everything was just shut down, and the crazy thing, I like to consider myself as a loner, like as a homebody. And then when I was told that I have to stay in the house or I had to do this, I was like, no, I'm not a loner. I'm not a homebody. I don't want to do it anymore. But it definitely challenging, but I felt that the good people that I was around helped me steer clear of anything that, possibly could bother me in the long run or affect me in the long run. I feel that during this time when we got pushed back, our original scheduled date for filming season 3 was July, and we got pushed back 2 months due to COVID. And, I think it was just a hard time for us all. And I think, again, surrounding yourself around good people and people that remind you that you're worthy and that you are, beautiful and that you are good. I think that helps along the way in this process. And I think we need a lot more of like loving on each other rather than hate,
Yeah, so thank you so much for being here, Troy. Before you head out, we did want to play a quick little game with you.
Okay.
Called Would You Rather. I'm sure you're familiar with that game.
All right.
All right, so I guess let's get started.
Yeah, rules are simple. First question, would you rather get tackled by a linebacker or bomb an audition?
Oh my God.
Ooh, goodness.
Honestly, I think I'd take the linebacker because
Yeah.
that pain is temporary, but like the embarrassment, that lasts forever. Emotional scars don't go away.
Dariel, I'm going to go with you on that, but it has to be like, okay, there's some linebackers that I'm just like, that's not a temporary tackle,
True.
like there's some pain that you're going to feel long run. Like I'm still feeling some of the hits that I took. So yes, if it's a linebacker that's not hitting me really
If
hard.
it's third string, if it's a third string guy. If he's starting,
Yeah.
I don't want the linebacker.
Yeah, I am extremely emotionally fragile, so I'm also gonna go with the linebacker. I will take a couple days in the hospital. It's fine.
Exactly, yeah. Because
Yeah.
you bombing on audition, that lives with you forever. It's like it follows you throughout everything. So yeah,
Yeah.
tackle by
Okay,
the
so
linebacker.
next question: Would you rather eat from an NFL kitchen or from craft services on All American?
That is easy. Craft service on All American. They have the best food. Just gonna shout out the craft services of All American and the writers, the directors, the producers behind what they do for us. It's amazing. We have like anything you want, you could just go up and ask for it pretty much. So craft services on All American.
That's
sure.
crazy, man. I mean, CW, they got the budget for it, so.
Exactly.
better.
Yes. I've had some good meals from the NFL kitchen, but craft services, whew, I think I gained most of my weight from there. So
Underrated. How about this one? Would you rather play me one-on-one in football, or would you rather be Leah? Would you rather have Leah be your stylist? And look, I'll answer it for you. You don't want to see me, son. I'll smoke it.
Whoa.
I was
Choose
gonna say,
carefully.
I think I want to take a dab in both of those. I mean, I don't know if I could choose between the two because I knew you were gonna say that, so I was like, I definitely want to play Dariel one on
Look,
one.
they used to call me D-Dog. That's D as in defense. You don't know. You don't know.
Oh, perfect, man. We're gonna have to line up one-on-one for
I got
sure.
you.
And yeah, I'd love for you to style me.
Well, I would love to do that. I will take a plane out to LA as soon as I can. Okay, so last question. Would you rather watch the noon show with just Dariel or the noon show with just Leah? Or the noon show with both of us?
That's easy. I'm gonna choose the both of you. I like both of your energy. It's been great having this interview. I'm glad you guys chose me out of all the people that I'm sure you could have had. I'm glad you guys chose me and allowed me to share this opportunity with you two and the noon show. So I'm gonna go with both of you guys. So I'll give it up to you two.
Aw, thank you, Troy. You're the coolest. Thank you so much for joining us today. We seriously appreciate you taking the time to come on the show. I know you're so busy. To everyone else watching at home, make sure to watch Troy on All American, on the CW, or on the CW app, This or That on Amazon Prime, and Stargirl on Disney. Also, make sure to follow him on the gram at Who's Troy.
Yes, thank you so much, Leah.
Thank you,
Dariel
Troy.
and the Noon Show for having me. It's been such a pleasure, and everybody stay safe, and I'll talk to you all soon.
Thank you so much, Troy. It was nice seeing you again.
Next up, we have a special virtual performance from a very talented artist. Not only did he write, produce, and engineer his first solo project in It's True, Just Ask the Homies, but he also dropped it under his own company, Mind, Body, and Funk. Introducing the groovy guru himself, HueGo!
Gunslinger, yup, we bring the flavor like taking the bangers, the guys, yo, we all major. Alright, this gelato get you eyes to ceiling. If the party sounds more appealing, I ain't do my job. Two-step it till we wreck the spot. Spectators, baby, let them watch. Tonight, I know the feeling is right. A lot of girls in the night, but you the one that I like. I wanna dance tonight. I know the feeling is right. A lot of girls in the night, but you the one that I like. Let me elevate, now purposely evade you. Only smoking days, well, I'll accommodate you. Mind ejaculation, not just fornication, but I can't ignore that your body is off the chains. My raindrops, that's the champagne. You should tell me who your top 10. I keep some tribe in my navy when I drop in. You say that's cool, I'm on Eric being rockin'. But it's funny cause I'm sweating your technique. When we lock eyes, a happy ending to a blessed week. It's personal, the mind body funk the first to blow. So keep my name in your heart for sure. I wanna dance tonight. I know the feeling is right. A lot of girls in the night, but you the one that I like. I wanna dance tonight. I know the feeling is right. A lot of girls in the night, but you the one that I like. I'm so fortunate. Girl, the way you poking it. When you pack that thing on me, can we get up out of here right now? I'm so fortunate. Can I boost your confidence? When you drop it low, baby, can we get up out of here right now? Yeah. So can I come on over this weekend? I promise that I'm gonna keep it secret. It's early afternoon, we can sleep in. That Kama Sutra shorty, I need it tonight. I know the feeling is right. A lot of girls in the night, but you the one that I like. I want think I got some unfinished business to handle. It's your boy signing off.
Thank you so much for that incredible performance, Hugo. Make sure to follow him on Instagram at Groovy Guru and check out all his music available on Spotify and iTunes, as well as all his music videos on YouTube. You know, Leah, we actually work pretty well together. I'd say the show was a success.
Yeah, we do. But like, who gets the crown?
I mean, I guess you can have it for now, but we could trade off whenever we want to flex for our fans on the gram, you know?
Okay, it looks better on me anyways. But what about right now? You don't have a crown?
You know what? Maybe they can add one for me in post. Check it out. Ta-da!
Look at us, king and queen of New York.
You know that's right. You know, this is probably going to be the last time we're ever going to be on camera as well. You know, the last show since we are graduating in a month.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid thinking about that.
Why? Are you crying?
No.
Look, it's okay. You can always come back and visit. Do you want like a hug or something?
No, that's not allowed.
All right. Never mind then. We do have to do our last sign off though.
Yeah, we do. Thank you for watching The Noon Show.
Be sure to like and subscribe. You can also keep up with us on our website, WRED-TV-TV.com, and Instagram on WRED-TV to learn more about how you can be a part of our productions.
Be sure to keep up with The Noon Show Instagram account for exclusive behind-the-scenes content too. Okay, I'm Leah Chester.
And I'm Dariel Tolentino, signing off for the last time. Thank you so much again for joining us, because this has been
The
Noon
Noon
Show.
Show. What are we gonna do now?
You should probably find a job.
I'm not really worried about that.
You know, fluttering your eyelashes to get what you want isn't gonna help you in the real world.
That's a talent in itself. At least I have something going for me.
Okay, that was kind of mean.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm sure you're good at something.
Thanks.